If you're ready to take back control of your health, you're in the right place. Welcome to Awaken Wellness with me, Tanya Candy, registered nurse and health coach. Now, I'm not your typical nurse. I consider myself divorced from traditional healthcare. I broke free of the sick care system in 2019 when I realized that the root cause to my sickness, my autoimmune disease, and my chronic pain was me. If you're ready for truth, for clarity, for honesty in a tough, love, compassionate way, I'm the coach for you. Join me while we dig into our root causes of sickness and disease. All right, I better pay attention to what I'm doing. Yes, on TikTok, you can try to get some comments going. If I missed your comments, yes, you can ask questions. We just have to keep in mind when we don't treat. I can't give you specific medical advice. We can talk about all sorts of topics. So welcome in. And I am live streaming in so many places. If you're here, welcome in. Instagram, I'm gonna probably not be able to see your comments, but I will go back and try to answer them later. I'll tell some brief pauses and try to answer them. So tonight, this is my beautiful little apothecary. I am Nurse Tanya from Awaken Wellness. And I'm part of Jaziel's community, Created to Heal. If you guys follow Jaziel, if you know who I'm talking about, give me a hand wave or something in the comments to let me know that you're part of that community. So, questions already on TikTok. It's been a while since I went live on TikTok. Sassy Mama Lisa, I love that name, says, what test would show liver and kidney failure? So, failure, hey Evelyn, failure is going to look different if you're doing blood tests. Like they're going to start picking that up on a normal CMP, like a complete metabolic panel. There's some liver enzymes there's kidney functions and stuff there. So urine and mean failure, that's a big deal, right? Other ways that we test for kidney and liver stuff on a functional medicine place, more liver is going to be a stool test to see what your digestive enzymes like, your pancreas health, your gallbladder health, and all of that. So so Sassy Mama, are you having an actual kidney liver failure? So I just jumped right into questions and sidetracked myself right off. So if you're still there, I'll try to jump back to that question, or you can private message me and we can try to chat about it a little bit more intensely. So tonight's subject, it is my apothecary class. So every full moon, I shouldn't say every full moon. I'm just getting this going. But that's my plan. And on the full moon, we meet, and we always talk about parasite cleanse. So my niche to my functional practice is detox parasite cleanse. So I've got a lot of clients who are kind of in that DIY thing. They like to do the apothecary like this, right? They like to do their own thing, and some people are more into supplements and just having these things done. So tell me in the comment, who are you? Are you the DIY person that is making your own supplements, or would you rather buy medical grade professional supplements? And I know on social media there's so many places that we can shop, that we can buy. As a nurse, as a professional, I'm kind of a supplement snob. I really prefer, of course, my medical grade, a third party did, made in the USA substance, right? In practice, I do bioenergetic testing, muscle testing, all sorts of fun stuff. Kathy, hi. Kathy, you can hear in person. The door is open. My clientele, I hope they're showing up for things in person. But right now, audience of one, it's just me, but okay. I'm with that. Broadcasting everywhere. We'll find our friends. It looks like we have a few over Instagram. Love it, love it, love it. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, I'm going to kind of laser focus and do some education here. So if you are in the comments, and I'm gonna miss them right now. I miss your comments. I love likes. I love your shares. Get your friends in here. Facebook, Instagram, all of you guys. Let's get some comments going. Chat among yourselves. Please don't be offended if I don't see your comments. I will circle back to you. I promise. All right. Get into it with TikTok, especially if I get booted. I'm gonna be talking about some stuff gets us booted. If I get booted, find me. Make sure that you like and follow, and then get over to my other socials. There's links on that page. Swipe right. What does it want me to do? Get over and follow me on some of those other pages. I am this video, the entirety will stay on my YouTube page. So if you get booted here, that's the direction, right? All right. The comments, tell people that. Keep telling people. If I get controversial, if I get booted, come over to those other platforms. All right. This is what we're going to talk about. So, I don't know if I should say it. I don't know if I should say this, or I might get booted off, right? So over here, I can say it, but these guys are gonna hear it. We're gonna talk about castor oil. In the store, I use the this brand, the Thrones. I also do this upgrade. So I energy. I do energy healing and energy work. So we all know that negative emotions can get trapped in your organs. So the store, I can't ship them heavy. This shipping is stupid. But if you want, it's easier to. Well, you can go to my website. We'll talk about all that later. But I put healing and energy to release emotional baggage. I upsell this. I don't have to open. I have a quantum machine that just does it. So like we know the liver carries anger, right? And unforgiveness and resentment. So I put releasing energy in your castor oil to help your body release these things from your organs. All right. Little basic information. Mostly we're going to see people use this topically, and we'll talk about that in a, like all together. We're just talk about everything. So people will take this and fill it up in those little capsules and ingest it. The main way people will do that is 5 frozen capsules for 5 days in a row for really get rid of parasites. It gets deep in the colon. They say that you need to have those frozen for like 2 weeks. We're going to talk a lot about parasites. So there again, those things, I'm at risk here. We'll see what happens. What can we talk about? What can we get away with? It's a full moon, so we always do parasite cleanses on the full moon for like 3 to 5 days, depending where you are in life. Me, health journey, what I healed from, the place that I would go with my healing for 3 years already done on the full, and I will always do make, because I have monsters that out of me, like monsters, and it's all about your train. It's all about train. We have to eat a certain way. We have to make our body a place that the things don't want to live, but that does not happen overnight. That does not happen overnight. We have got to work hard to get to that place. Hi, Teresa. Teresa says I'm bringing up. Sorry, that is just how internet connections are. One of these days I'm gonna have to plug in to the Wi-Fi and do the landline thing. So I'll try to a little bit slower. That might help. Okay, let's do basic education about castor oil, right? It penetrates deep into the tissues. It stimulates lymphatic drainage. It supports detoxification. So that lymphatic drainage is a big deal. It's so overlooked in the normal everyday space. So overlooked. When it's placed over specific organs, it helps improve that circulation. It reduces inflammation, and it just basically enhances the function of the organ underneath the pack. It is deep. Ricillonic acid, I think that's how you pronounce it, is what is the magic inside the oil. It's a fatty acid that does that deep penetration into those tissues to increase that blood flow, delivers oxygen and nutrients. You can do so many fun things with that oil. We're going to talk a little bit about that. I brought in a lot of people could feel like they could use a little direction with this. So this used oil pack. They get heavy, they get saturated. What I have done in the past is like when I feel like that this is too yucky that I'm done with it, it'll like down to the dog. So like my dog, under one of his armpits, every once in a while he get like a kind of a growth there, and he'll get to limp around, and do shave that area down so I can get the oil on his skin better. He's a really long-haired dog, and then I just wrap this around his armpit for the night, as many nights as it takes, and it's better. It's amazing. So what I do when I use this Castor pack, I like a little dab will do you. Like let's see. This is gonna be interesting. Not actually gonna pour it out, but for me, usually one big bottle to one pack, and that's about it. It's about all it will hold. It's gonna get saturated. Some people probably try to wash these. I don't. Like, a lot of people will say, well, they're so expensive. Well, it depends on what you think of expensive, like, right? Like these are, well, how much money are they retail? I have them at $48. So, well, that seems kind of expensive, but my husband and I can't even go out to supper for $48. And it's a meal that you ate once, and you know, it went down the toilet. So it all depends on how you see your finances. To me, it's worth it. It's just totally worth it. So anyway, I usually just put a thin line of the oil down the center, and then I kind of smush it this it like that, and you're just gonna wrap it on. Now I don't want to do this against my shirt. It is you're gonna wrap on then whatever body part you want. So your liver is on your side, on rib cage. If you're having menstrual problems, you can put it right over your ovaries and uterus. If you're having constipation, a lot of times the liver is the best place, but you can put it on any area of the body. You can do. Does it matter your gender? It doesn't matter your age. The thing, it is messy. Castor oil is messy. It's gonna stain your pajamas. It's gonna stain your sheets. It is super messy. I forgot to bring down So this is a handy little tool. If you don't have any of them, they're so handy. So this will make your eyelashes grow like crazy. I've put it directly in my eyes. I haven't been good and routine about that. I've got the 50-year-old bifocal issues, and I should be more routine about it. But these are so handy to get it out. If you want to drop it in your eyes, if you want to drop it in your belly button, we'll talk more about that later. So super handy. Another thing, if you are, really kind of know what you're doing and you're into experimenting a little bit more, another thing that you can do is add some DMSO to your castor oil. The DMSO will really, really do some penetrating. Now, there's a gal here on TikTok that has a blend with DMSO and castor oil for your eyes to help heal cataracts and get parasites out of your eyes. Now, I have not been brave enough to try that. It's my list of things to do. I'm not gonna lie, I have a reverential fear of this product right here. But like if you've got bone spur, you are trying to solve or extreme pain, do the combination of these and then put some cayenne pepper in it, or your essential oils that kill sites or detox the body. That works great as well. So I guess this is DMSO. That's a whole conversation for another day, but it really super drives in deep your castor oil. I would say, and it doesn't take much. It really doesn't take much. And you're going to have to be brave enough to experiment with it on your own. I'm not the girl to give you direct advice about that. You're going to have to be brave enough to experiment. All right. More on that fat drainage. We love dry brushing, all those great things, and castor oil really stimulates that lymph system. So like in a sore throat type issue, or a thyroid, sluggish thyroid, or even if just way fatter in your neck than you like. If you do some nice lymphatic drainage work, and then soak that yucky turkey neck with a castor oil pack, it's going to help your thyroid, but it's going to help your turkey neck. So the Queen of Thrones, they sell these handy packs in multiple different sizes to kind of fit every need. Another thing that they're really great for is to help take away that fibroid tissue in your breasts. So they have breast packs that are super nice and handy. Again, don't wear your favorite bra to do this. It will wreck your clothes. It like I said, it's a mess. It is a mess, but it is amazing. Totally worth it. If you've got fibroids, then talk to me. You've got probably some estrogen dominance issues, whether it's toxic estrogen mimic toxins in your plastics, in phthalates, your soys, that kind of thing. But this all tied it into fibroids, well as detoxification. So if you've got that problem going on, do your liver and do your breast. Do both. Get the joy out of your life. Start cleaning up your products, like get off your thin body, bad selling or good selling, but fake chemicals, smells. You need to get all that out of your life. If caffeine can be really tied into issues like that. So you want to know more. If you've those kind of things are super unnatural, and there's some root causes for them. What else? Let's see. Lymphatic drainage. We covered that. Reduce congestion of the liver. Ultimately, can definitely help people with chronic sinus issues because you're clogged up here. You've got some drainage going here, right? Pain, that rye ricinic acid helps pain. It is super anti-inflammatory. It will reduce swelling in your organs, swelling, like even if you've got a twisted ankle or something like that. It reduces swelling in your intestines, even as deep as the uterus. We talked a little bit already about hormone balance. It's gonna help support hormones because it's going to stimulate bile flow. Bile flow, like, and your liver, like, we'll into that a little bit quick and dirty. But bile, it takes so much energy for your liver to produce bile. So bile gets recirculated, especially those estrogens. If you've got constipation, and if estrogen is not getting bound and getting of the body, you really have some more issues, right? It's not that you make estrogen, it's that dirty estrogen getting recirculated through your bile. So we want to get rid, we want to stimulate that bile flow. We want to add energy to the liver. It can even bring down your cortisol levels. All right, let me quick. Hey, Shannon, let me take a sip and look at comments here. Thanks for coming in, guys. You are welcome to talk amongst yourself in the comments. I am streaming for so many places that's nearly impossible to keep with the comments. I hear my connection's not the best. That's just kind of how it goes. Sorry about that. If I get booted off over here on TikTok, come at me on other platforms. I'm streaming all over the place here. Hey, Paige. All right. Yeah, you guys that are sharing the live, I appreciate that so much. All right. And I keep going on our subject here. Let's see. Where was I? Liver support and hormone. We kind of did that, right? And bowel movements. Oh my goodness. So one of my absolute favorite pairs is Cellcore's bowel mover. It is a really strong herbal product, and taking 2 of those at night and putting on that castor oil pack is amazing what you get out in the morning. Like, it's super amazing. If you're interested in, I've got a ton on my website. I've got an affiliate link. So if you're interested in products like that, you can go to my store on my website for a few of those products that I'm talking about as well. So even if you put that drill pack over your lower belly, or if you are having pain, like if you think kind of jammed up a certain area, right, left side, usually those packs are big enough that they can cover that whole area, but they can make such a difference to even chronic inflammatory conditions like IBS and Crohn's. Now, is just a castor oil pack going to get rid of things like that? Probably not. You're gonna have to habit stack. You're gonna have to be doing a lot of different things. But can we cure these things naturally? Absolutely. Yeah, the C word. Can we ex-nay these conditions with natural products, diet modification? Absolutely. And get the parasites out. Super important. The parasites are gonna have to go. Castor oil really helps womb health. It can really be beneficial for people reducing their cramps, reducing fibroid cyst, endometriosis symptoms, all of those kind of things. What a person could really benefit from. So this is my version of wild yam cream. I kept it in oil because I'm an amateur, honestly, and it's a lot more work to make these things one more step into a cream. So I kept mine on oil. And I use a blend of almond oil and castor oil, but this, especially for those menstrual issues, you could add that to your castor oil. So you put your castor oil in your pack, some of this wild yam on, or put a little wild yam right the belly button. That would be great too. I do a blend with red pepper that's more at hot flowered, and then I blend without the red clover, just for that's beneficial to anybody. Great add in with your castor oil. It can even support fertility because it is gonna support blood flow and help detoxify. So your womb is a detox pathway. I can't stress enough how we've got to get our young people off of birth control, like especially the kind that is shut down your cycle. Your cycle is important. It is a detox pathway. So when you block that up, it just makes everything worse. It's really important that you allow yourself to detox once a month. Really important what products, what feminine hygiene products you use. Like we've got to stop with these fragrances, the toxic products, and then we wonder why our infertility rates are skyrocketing and female health is in a tank. It's I know we all want to smell good, right? But come on, this is a big deal. This is really a big deal. How we treat our bodies is a big deal. Your castor oil packs literally boost immune function. If we can get that lymph system moving more efficiently, if we can get a liver moving through those phases of methylation more efficiently, everything works better. It just works better. So I think that I'm going to kind of close that chapter on that castor oil. Before I move on, let me check minutes. Does anybody have anything they want to add? Like hand up, who is using, hands up, who's using castor oil already? Who's using oil already? And who's got some testimonies? Let's see it in the comment. If you've got something to share that Castor has done for you, let's see it in the comments. I want to show you guys. So I do have this linked in my pics on TikTok. This book is as fun as it looks. If you're a wannabe apothecary person, and if you're wanting to experiment a little bit, or if you know a lot already, this book is so much fun. So I am absolutely a newbie at all of this. I am a restorative health practitioner or a functional health practitioner, whatever you want to say. I'm an RN, is divorced from this care system. But I mostly lean on my products that are already formulated by the people who know what they're doing, right? So professional grade, third-party tested, like all good stuff. But I also want to experiment with learning how to do this. So that's really why I'm here, is to encourage you to just try. Like, is experiment on yourself, right? We're not making anything to manufacture or sell or whatever. We're just experimenting. We're just having fun. My apothecary here will continue to grow. If you're local and you come up with a little recipe, it will come down here in my apothecary and I'll help you. Nobody needs this much usually of anything, so we'll get you a little scoop of whatever it is that I can help you out with so you can start your project. I've got a couple of projects in the works. They're not ready to pour off, but I just thought I'd show them again. I am just a wannabe. I am just experimenting. Use the book, follow directions. One I've got in all. It's only fitting for a couple weeks. I think I definitely sit it a couple months. It's tea blend that already know is wonderful. For sleep, I do like valerian, California poppy, chamomile, and I put gymnema in it. So it's great for people who are fasting and who are trying to be done eating, like it's at 6 o'clock or so in the evening. So, but you want something. So this helps cut the sugar cravings as well as relax you, and that's usually how we hot because you have a reason to go to the kitchen when you're kind of fidgety and you're trying to relax. Well, I thought, let's play around. I'll put this in alcohol, let it sit and simmer, and see what it comes out like as a tincture. So it's just for me because I just want to know. I just want to experiment with these things, and then I'm also putting one in the vegetable glyphosate, so it's non-alcohol, and it definitely, I mean, it definitely looks different. It's thick, and I have not been good about giving some movement every day. I really just put them in and walked away, and they are sticky. They're sticky and messy. So those are some fun things that I've been experimenting with in my apothecary. All right, in the comments, I want to hear if you're trying things. Are you making any of your own herbal blends? Hey D. All right. Yeah, let me know if you're making some stuff. I'm gonna keep talking. So the rest of the subject is detox. We definitely need to live a detox lifestyle. Sure, there's that. But we want to really spring and our body naturally inclined to want to detox that liver a little bit deeper. People, animals, every like it's same. Even animals that they know, right? They still listen to their intuition. They still listen to nature. So they'll know if out eating dandelions, their body needs some liver work. On our crick, we have a couple of different varieties. I just call them cockaburs. I think some milk thistle, some different thistle plants that the spring and fall, there is a sweetness to them. And the horses, they get in their heads and they get all of those thistles in their hair, in their mane, and everywhere. But their body needs them. They're still with nature, like we've become so removed from nature that we can't hear nature calling us anymore. So we want to work on that when we detoxify our body, when we spend more time outside, when we take interest in creators created, our intuition comes alive again. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to finding my intuition again. So these plants can communicate with me, so I can hear what my body needs, right? Fresh air, sunlight. Oh, today was the best day. I was out. I really have, since I've gotten so busy with my business, my clients, and the healing. I used to do so much horse training and riding lessons, and there's just not enough time in the day. So I moved away from that so much. But today I was out with my son, riding my 4-year-old, and she's beautiful buckskin. She's a full sister to my original horse that we hooked on horses. As a kid, I grew up riding, but I didn't appreciate it. I only rode when I had to. It wasn't until I moved to Montana and bought this little skin. So probably about 30 years ago that I full in. These saved my soul. They absolutely saved my soul. It was at a time I was so sick of my career as a nurse. I did in medicine, just grossed out. The system was grossing me out, but it was a job. Like I spent the money on the vacation. What was I gonna do? I felt really stuck. So I transitioned into spending all my extra time, my extra money on these horses. So anyway, today her name Valley. She's beautiful Buxie, and she's 4. My son, her brother, I really trained, and this one, and it went fine. He turned amazing, but I let my son really put time on Valley, so I could trust her, so she could be better than me. And we had such a good ride. It was amazing. She's 4. She loves a cow. She is not racing ahead. So anyway, horse lovers, I just had to. She's on my mind. It was such a good day. It was. I'm gonna have a sore butt tomorrow, and my legs already so sore. But that's really good. All right, we're talking. Let's move on. Talking about detox. Fall detox. We can do this in so many ways. Even if you want to just kind of do a food type detox. Sometimes those detoxes are as much about taking a pause, like putting our habits on pause and doing something hard, doing something that's not our normal. So on our website, under challenges, you'll find a link to this 30-day detox, and this is part of it. It's a nice little PDF that you can print out, and it's going to walk you through different phases. So like day through 10, you're gonna be do meat. So for some, that's not a big deal. Do meat anyway. Most of the people in my world lean more to the carnivore side of life. We farm, we ran. So our is in our it's we're very privileged. You really are. So anyway, in my household, when I tell my husband we're gonna eat meat 10 days, he's like, I don't think so. He's like, I play around with most of your shit, Tanya, but that one, no, I don't think so. So it's a big deal. Our culture, how we live. But anyway, and then days 11 through 20, you're going to add in some fish. Days 21 through 30, you're gonna add in some turkey. So it's no beef anyway. So this is more not for my vegetarian followers. It's more for my meat eaters. But I mean, you guys still follow this too. There's still some no's. Even even different or hard to digest things are going to be on the no list. Your sugary fruits are going to be on the no list. So it's a big no sugar kind of thing too. Again, if you are wanting that, there's my link in bio will take you there, or on my website under challenges. And there, if you make it to my website, it's awakenwellnessllc.com, and there's a bunch of challenges of free challenges or 30-day. Some have products, some don't. Browse around, see what you find. But let's talk about foods that support that detoxification of the liver and the gallbladder. And did I mention why I sing and fall? I don't know. It's this little thing. Used to be when we have grocery store processed foods, you really ate with seasons more. You when it was fresh, you ate it, you preserved it, or dried it. So the kinds of things we've just gotten away from that. But our body still works in the rhythms, just like our body is on a 28-day cycle, just like the moon. Our body is not on a Gregorian calendar cycle. With women, that your cycle, you should either be bleeding or ovulating, the new and then the full moon. If you're not, it's because of the toxins, the phytoestrogens, and those things. You're out of rhythm with nature. So you'll find the more you detox and the healthier you get, you'll find yourself back on that rhythm again. And like when everywhere in biblical days, or old-fashioned, they had tents called red tents, where their menstruation tents, where they sat together on straw, and they had a very strong culture, and they were all in the same rhythm. That's how things were before everybody got so toxic. Oh, Quinn's watching. Hey, Quinn, good to see you. That's my granddaughter. All right, let's get back on track. Beets really stimulate bile. They're also great for oxygenation. In my last mixed produce box, I got beets. I never know what to do with a beet, so I did save a couple of TikTok recipes I saw, so maybe I'll figure it out. My granddaughters love pickled beets. Not me. I have not gotten a taste for them yet. So, but I'm good. They're introduce them to weird foods at young ages. I love that. Other support for your liver bladder, lemon water, and actually lemon water is alkalizing to the bile, and it helps that bile. If we haven't done so, this is like full of tantrums and one-liners, and that is something I often, if you have like taken the time to legitimately spring it all, detox your liver, or do anything about it, you are like a vehicle of your age that has never had an oil change. Like, that is not good, right? That is not good at all. So that liver cleanse is like changing your oil. That's what we can compare it to. That bile is like your oil. And like I was saying earlier, your bile, it takes a lot of energy for your body to create bile. So it's recycled, and if toxins are not getting out of you, especially if you have chronic constipation, one of the things that backs up the worst is your hormones, is estrogen. So that's a whole different conversation. But if you want more information about that, if you want to have a chat, get to my website or my link in bio, and get a discovery call. See if you're a good candidate to work with me to go deeper, guide you through some of these things. Radishes. Oh, I hate radishes, but especially black radish, that's different than just a radish, are great for your gallbladder. My gallbladder, it's getting better, but man, it's been on its last legs since I was in my 20s. So I have to do a lot of gallbladder work in my healing. Garlic and onions, the sulfur is great for phase 2 of liver methylation. We know we have phase 1, we have phase 2, and phase 1. Things have to get fat soluble, water soluble, and bound and on out of the body. So garlic and onions, apples, the pectin really helps to toxins. So like dried apple, or you can get apple powder. You can add it to your smoothies. So just eat your apples an apple a day, right? We've always heard that from the beginning. Fermented foods feed your gut, which supports your liver. We have to get these things all going. So some herbs that we've probably all heard of: milk thistle. Milk thistle is great. It regenerates liver cells. It's a great antioxidant. Dandelion root is a digestive bitter. You can eat dandelions. You can dry roots. You can eat the leaves. All are great. And it also opens those drainage areas. Artichoke leaf helps bile flow. Turmeric, ginger, they're anti-inflammatory, and they're just great for your liver. Burdock root is wonderful for your lymph. We've got to keep all of these fluids moving. I did grab, like at the store, we keep a tincture of milk thistle, and so many products with milk thistle in them, so many blends. I just thought I would bring this down. You could absolutely make your own, just like we were doing earlier. Get the milk thistle, the seeds, get some alcohol, and make your own. Like, you could totally do that, right? You can do it as a tea. You can make yourself a tincture. This one is liver health. So of course the common ingredients are gonna be dandelion, milk thistle, Oregon grape, artichoke leaf, Shazamberry, and fennel. So those are all really common liver herbs. I'm going to show you guys other products already done and go. They have at the store. I was looking up the names. This company, they went and the fancy whatever they call them, category names. So I had to look them up. But this is from Loose Leaf Market. I really like this brand. We carry it in the store, and this is a liver cleanse tea. So it has got a lot of those things that I just mentioned. It's got one called Fo tea or He Shu. I'd never heard of that before, but it supports even hair growth, longevity, liver, and the energy. So it's energizing. It has chicory in it. Chicory, and first ingredient is cacao nibs. So this tea is gonna taste a little chocolate. Chicory is often a coffee substitute. So it is, if you're trying to get off coffee, but this is good for your liver. It's good for bile production. It's good for your gut microbiome. Dandelion, of course, we talked about that again. For liver, for digestion, for detox. It is diuretic. So like if puffy, it helps the kidneys just as much as it helps the liver. So we love dandelion. And like last summer, I went and picked a bunch of dandelions, like, because you can do fun things, like even make dandelion tea, like with fresh things, or you can eat them. So I had picked them and I brought them in and I was all excited, but they were so full of bugs. They were just full of all these tiny bugs. I soaked them in water and vinegar, still was so many bugs. So I just threw them away. That's the hard part about this foraging and this fresh. So if you eat bugs, right? You have good stomach acid. You're gonna eat this stuff out of the garden that might have that might have microscopic eggs that you can't see. It's not the stuff you can see that you worry about. It's the stuff you can't see that you gotta worry about. But that's why we have stomach acid. That's why we need stomach acid. Is so those bugs can't grow in us. They shouldn't be a big deal. If we have good stomach acid, they just go away. Hey, Lazy, I'm so glad you pop in. What else? This is another one that I have in the store. It's chai flavored detox chai. So what makes that chai is like there's some black pepper in there. My body doesn't like black pepper, so this one is not me. The ingredients for the fun things in this one are narrow leaf plantain. It supports soothing to gut and respiratory tract, supports tissue repair, and is mild astringent. Cleavers is super great, and like I carry cleavers like this. But my favorite Cellcore products have cleavers in. Cleavers helps lymph drainage, like big time. It helps detox. It's a gentle diuretic. So cleavers is awesome for people who have like those heavy legs or heavy arms, lymph drainage issues. Cleavers is really great. There's some red clover. Red clover can really help hormone balance, and it helps detoxify. It kind of helps in that estrogen area. Really wonderful. Milk thistle, of course, we've talked about that multiple times already. Peppermint helps ease bloating and nausea and spasms. So the body loves peppermint. Ginger, of course, anti-inflammatory, improves digestion, circulation, can ease nausea, and it just makes your gut feel warm. So it really warms up that circulation. So that's a wonderful thing. And cilantro, oh man, I hate cilantro and just crave it. Cilantro, cook it, make your salsa. I'm hooked on mangoes lately, so they must be in season somewhere because they were offered by Azure or on sale. Mangoes, onions, and cilantro. Like I love cilantro. It is great for binding heavy metals. Cilantro is a natural binder. It cools inflammation. It supports your detox pathways. Fennel. When I got fennel here, it smelled so good. So I'm just gonna taste this, and it's kind of licoricey. So I could easily be hooked on fennel. I need to I need more fennel in my life. I need to start cooking with these things more. Fennel is excellent for reducing gas and bloating and cramping. It sweetens the gut. There we go. I had to do the pie piece thing. It sweetens the gut. It helps lactation. You know, I was thinking about that earlier when we were out moving house today, and my son was saying that one of the cows he had bought recently probably ended up in the cell barn because she was not really producing that much milk. And that's what I was telling him. Well, there's herbs that help people produce milk. Maybe we could experiment and help this cow, right? And I was gonna have to look it up. Here it is. Fennel helps lactation. Star anise is antiviral, antimicrobial, aids with digestion and respiratory, and it tastes like licorice as well. And clove is very microbial, very anti-acidic. Clove is going to be in almost all of your pre-blended antipyretic stuff. It's a digestive stimulant. It numbs pain. Is great for tricks. When I was a jail nurse most of my career. We used a lot of clove for people with bad teeth, and that stuff is wicked. Like that clove oil is wicked. All right, so we went through quite a few natural herbs. Like there's so many products out there. They put in all these things together for you, or you can make your own. We are stay tuned. We're gonna talk about parasites because it is full moon. So we're gonna talk about of that a little bit more. Stay tuned. I think that's kind of done with my notes. The rest of it will kind of just be off the hook. Okay. When we talk about one more liver. This is I'm personally doing this one right now. So this is from Designs for Health. You don't buy stuff off Amazon because it shouldn't be on there. Like, and I know now you can find Silkcore stuff. I've seen it like on Walmart. I've seen it on Amazon. That's fake. That should not be there. Back when I was a beautician, like that would happen too. They're knockoff, they're fake products. Like they should not be there. So Designs for Health, there's multiple ways that I can get this to you. If you go to like my bio or my website, under that 30-day liver detoxification, I've got these a link to that. Or just give me and I'll send you a link so you buy them. I've got place on my, I think I'm not supposed to set my link, that bio where you can get into full script through me. So I do a lot of DIY stuff. So this is really user friendly. And if you go to script, you can go and buy this. It's got, I like it a lot. There's 3 different products in here. And then they add in a little pillow pack. So you don't have to own bottles, and you can throw it in your pocket, get to work or whatever. But what makes it different is like a couple of these products have got amino acids that really open up that liver, give you the energy that you need. So sometimes if we're not detoxing, well one that's another thing that you can do is under challenges is there is a know your code challenge. With the know your code, you get a genetic test, so you know if you've got like MTHFR mutations, if you've got COMT mutations, or the MTEFF, or like it's for hundreds of gene issues, and it breaks it down into 8 different body systems, and that's super important to know if you're chronically ill, if you have had autoimmune disease, or if you have had cancer, or if you're just always sick and tired. Doing one of those tests is like getting the instructions to you, so you know exactly how to support your genetic deficiencies, so your body just functions right. And it's crappy that we have to do that now, that this is where we're at in life, but this is where we're at. And a lot of that it always existed. These problems always existed, but they say about 40% of adults are undiagnosed with methylation issues, MTHFR, and things. Why it got so complicated and people got so healthy, it's sprayed on fake vitamins that are on your fortified grade, on your cereals, everywhere. If you've got these mutations, your body just cannot it just can't function. Like there's no fuel in your gas tank. There's no fuel in your mitochondria. Your ATP cell cycle is just not going. And really we think about how toxic our world is, and how we have these detox issues. How is anybody healthy? Like, the Lord made us so resilient. Your body wants to live. Your body wants to heal. We just have got to remove what is not supposed to be in it, and replenish what is missing. And unfortunately, where we're at these days with our farm practices, with the soil depletion, and the truth is that even if you really ate perfectly and organically, you would still need some kind of supplementation, because a lot of organic food is basically grown in sawdust. And if there's no carbon, if there's no nutrients in soil, there's no nutrients in the food, it might look beautiful, but it might be completely nutrition deficient. Or like hydroponic stuff, it's so not dense with nutrition. It's just not. So anyway, this Designs for Health kit, it takes care of your liver and gallbladder, like that. The LVGB has got like bile and taurine and B vitamin. So it's all opening up that liver. It's all those methylation pathways, whether you know your gene is or not. If you don't have a gallbladder, your liver will big trouble, and take out your gallbladder didn't fix shit, right? Gallbladder was a symptom. Was a symptom. It was never the problem. It was a symptom. You probably really toxic, sticky bile. Your liver, your methylation was in trouble. when your liver can't methylate the toxins, it does this really cool thing to try to protect you. Your body is never trying to hurt you. It is only trying to protect you. So it'll take those toxins that can't methylate and wrap them up in cholesterol and stick them up in your liver. And that's like where heavy, fatty liver. That's the big part of it. It's the toxins that you can't get rid of, that you can't methylate. Let's see. Looks like I wonder, Instagram. Am I working on Instagram? Like, give me a wave. I know it's hard on Instagram because it's like this little black box. I don't get the screen. So somebody wants, and I'm going to quick take this question. Somebody says anything for the eyes. So I love for eyes, and sometimes supplemental, right? Sometimes, especially like if you're having a lot of screen time, those blue light blocking glasses can really help. Designs for Health has a supplement for that helps combat blue eyes. But what I really like is this guy right here. So I personally have used and found it safe, just some drops and put it right in your eye. Really helps to detox your eyes. So that's kind of the subject that on. I would not afraid to do that, right? Back this taurine, we know is an amazing tool to help energize those things. One product has got calcium D-gluconate, which 100 milligram, that's decent, but that calcium D-gluconate helps to bind that dirty estrogen and estrogen out of the bile. That can be a big deal that a lot of people don't know about. And that dirty estrogen, that unbound estrogen circulating in your body, that's really where a lot of those estrogen cancer issues come from. It's not that we're making too much estrogen, it's that the dirty estrogen is not leaving our body. So great test for that is a GI test that tests the stool, as well as a Dutch test. I like the stool test. You're looking for your big glucuronidase. You're looking for how high that is. If that's really high, then we really want to lean this calcium D-gluconate in probably for a while. That's going to help get that unbound estrogen out of the body. What else? Glutathione, I said that already. Glutamate, MSM. There's just really great things. The other one even has got some lipoic acid, and they're all very specifically blended to be synergistic, however you say that, and work together. So this is a great spring and fall. And then if you even put more power to it, if you do go all in and do the food plan as well and really clean things up, it is a very nice detox. This is also something that I do a lot. People who are just starting program, just start there, and we get that really nice and opened up. You are missing your gallbladder, then you probably just feel better on that liver bladder support forever. Really, the gallbladder is so much more important that they lead us to leave. Like, it's land, it signals digestion, it tells the rest of the teammates what you ate and what it needs to let go to absorb fat and those things. So if your gallbladder is in trouble, let's fix it. Let's fix it. Let's not remove it. Let's fix it. Like, we can fix it, right? We really can. I have to look at the time. All right, it's been over an hour, so I'm gonna try to kind of add so many things to show you guys. Okay. I wanted to talk a little bit about our cell course full moon parasite cleanse. This is ultimately my favorite. I always am a little skeptical about somebody just jumping in and doing the kit without having done their step one first. So this, I always warn, don't do stuff like this if you're chronic constipated. You have to be pooping at least once a day, if not multiple times a day. If you're not pooping, don't parasite cleanse. You will make things so much worse. So I personally, no matter who you are, if you're chronically healthy, or if you're healthy, or if you're chronically ill. If you're chronically ill, I prefer to work with you one-on-one. It's going to take a long time to fix these things, to fix your causes. But you're pretty well healthy, and you just want to get clear, or you just want to do parasite cleanse. And Cellcore's 120-day program is amazing. It's a great foundation. This month, you energize organs, get your lymphatic going, you make sure you're putting, and then step 2, step 3, step 4, start removing the parasite. After step 4, I really love it if you do a stool test. The first 100 days is kind of like modeling your house. It's kind of like taking a wreck ball to your digestive system. So once that done is done, we want to do a stool test so we know what needs to be done to put things back together, or if we need to back up and redo some of the cleanse. So for me, I almost detox. I almost hate the word parasite cleanse because it's a bigger deal that people realize. And especially if your liver can't get through those detoxification phases, you don't know your genetic code, and you just do some little detox. You get here, you get into phase 2, and body can't complete it. So it's almost worse because you launched things, you can't make it all the way through. So your body started to release out of your fat cells, your fat, your cellulite. That's where your body tucks away those toxins. So if you do a not so great detox and get partly through, now you mobilize that stuff out of your tissues. So it's kind of a big deal. Another thing that I love for people to do, even if they're doing DIY, that 120-day program is pretty straightforward, and it's really amazing if you pair it with a total tox burden test. That is on my site under lab tests, and that way you know before you start, like if you've got mycotoxins, if your environmental toxins. Now, heavy metals, it's true that haven't tried to mobilize that. Sometimes look worse when you're rest, or they look worse after detox because they were stuck in your tissue, they were stuck in your organs, so they didn't show in your urine. So just everybody needs to know before that test that can happen, and that's because before you shake them loose, like they're stuck in your brain and they're stuck in your tissues. So that's a wonderful program. Now, if you mess around with a lot of this, if you poop good, if you sweat good, then and you want to do a parasite cleanse, you can probably just jump in, do the parasite, and get away with it. You probably can. It comes with great directions. Otherwise, if after the 120-day foundation, I let people do the parasite at least 4 full moons, so you get those egg skulls. So you're making sure that you're staying cleaned up. Myself, the mess that I was, the crazy stuff that has come out of me, I will live in a full moon cleanse. I will always, every full moon, do something. Now, where I'm at now with life, it kind of depends on what I have open. Like if what bottles I have left over, or what I have in the cupboard. I will probably always do bend on the full moon. I kind of self muscle test for it, and I'll probably just always do it. I had some really weird things going on in my body, and prophylactically, I'm just gonna keep doing it. This is the directions to the parakeet. Let's see, where's the camera? So you have got a beginner level, an intermediate level, and an advanced level, and it comes nice in there. And then like this side will do the beginner, the intermediate, and the advanced. So it tells you exactly how to use it. It's just super easy. And the kit is products to one, which is the Mamuputica, 2, Perry, and the Biotox binder. I did want to talk a little bit of binders before we get off. There's a lot of things that are binders. They're like, again, a functional practitioner. I'm kind of a product snob. I love my medical products. I will talk about some DIY products that you can get at the food store. Like a lot of people use activated charcoal, and they you either make your own capsules, buy it in a capsule, or you can just in your water drink it. A lot of people use diatomaceous earth as a binder. Diatomaceous earth is very anti-parasitic, but they use it as a binder. You can use things like your spirulia and your chlorella, and these you can do, again, you just put them in some water and drink them, or put them in empty capsules and drink them. These are natural products, are very decent binders. Earlier we talked about cilantro. That is a decent heavy metal binder. Usually for me, Cellcore is my first choice, but they are also the most expensive choice. This is one from Designs for Health. It's for heavy metal synergy. So it's got some great stuff in it. I love it. It's got some NAC, and it's got your chlorella. It's got garlic. It's got glutathione and lipoic acid. So that's a great formula. This is from Designs for Health. It's their charcoal binder, and if I remember, yep, it has got zeolite in it. So zeolite is a great binder as well. I do like Tone. I have a affiliation with them. They're a great binder. Zeolite spray. It's super easy to use for kids, and you'll probably be posting some more about that in the future. I kind of just decide I wanted to use in my practice. The charcoal plus from Designs for Health. It's got charcoal, it's got zeolite, and it's got chlorella. So it is a nice binder. If you needed to, you totally, if you can't swallow capsules, or if you have kids, you could totally open these and put them in a shot of water and drink them. Same with all the cell binders, that you can do that too. They don't taste very good, but like, that's not the point. It's so necessary. You're gonna kill parasites. I don't care how you're killing them. Your binder is like your mop and bucket, or like your cleanup crew. So the parasite itself is like a little sponge, literally. I think of the sponge that you clean your counters with, your toilets with, that the parasite itself sponges us up. Your immune system is using it. If it's in there, the parasite itself holds things, even like Epstein-Barr virus, or old viruses in your body. It holds your heavy metals, it holds your toxins. So when you kill those parasites, it's like splat. I always say it like, if you had a bowl of chocolate pudding and you splat it on your kitchen floor, right? Your binders are your mop, your wet mop, and then the next layer and the next layer. Can you do things without them? You can. I mean, a lot of people take ivermectin, and they don't use a binder. When I started doing fen bed, I didn't know about binders, and I survived it. You know, I got through it. So it's not that you can't survive it, but it's so much easier in your immune system, because like if you've got infestation of parasites, your immune system is jacked up. Like there's a big problem. Shouldn't be a place the parasites want to live. Like, and not everybody is as lousy with them as I was. Like, if you go back in my YouTube video or way back in my TikTok videos, you'll see pretty ranchy posts, pictures, or posts of what came on me, right? So the story is real. Like, I am speaking from experience about these demonic manifestation, or a demonic manifestation, straight to Mike. So pretty good. I got figured I'd exited at least TikTok by now. All right. If you are on Instagram, cannot see your comments. So I'm glad you're there. To me, Instagram, it looks like my screen is frozen, but that's okay. We're gonna keep talking. Hey, from wherever you're at, I need some more comments from you, Facebook people. Come on now, Facebook, you gotta catch up. This TikTokers, they know how to comment, and if you are commenting and I didn't see it, I am sorry. Message me. I'm talking too much to look at comments. So come on, Facebookers. I want to see some comments. YouTube as well. I don't know if I can see YouTube comments or not. All right. What did I leave out? Oh, these guys. Oh, binders. Here's a couple more. So I really like Azure Standard, and they've got a professional product line called Azure Well. I love it because it is professional and the price point is a bit lower. They have a lot of like fermented things, which I love. So where's the camera? This liquid chlorella totally is binders, right? So they took these things and put them in a product view, right? They made sure so you didn't have to. I really like this product. It is 30 for 25, and there are it doesn't necessarily tell me how many teaspoons, twice a day. But this is a great buy, especially for kids. Is this gonna taste good? I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. I've never tried it, but I doubt it tastes good. Another binder that you can do, and you drink that too. I've never tried it, but this is Azure Well as well. Where's my camera? So an Azure Standard is great wherever you're at. See if you can get a drop from Azure Standard. See if there's one in town. If you can't, see if you can store one. Like anybody can do that. You can get on, especially us in the rural communities. They're great. Their supplements like these Azure Well line, they will mail to you. You don't have to on a drop. They're light enough that you can mail them. It's their heavy stuff or their refrigerator cold stuff that you can't do that. You have to be on a drop. So this is just calcium bentonite clay that they have put in a capsule. So yes, if you've got high quality, good bentonite clay that you just like, I'm wimpy when it comes to drinking gross stuff, but you can just put bentonite clay in water and drink it. Just like diatomaceous earth, you can put that right in water and drink it. But I don't know. I'm all for the capsules, right? I'm really wimpy about drinking stuff. And then I just brought down this fulvic and humic blend. That's from Azure Well too. Hard to see on the camera. So fulvic humic is always a binder. Shilajit is kind of a binder. You would need you would need it then a couple of drops. But Shilajit, fulvic, and humic. All of those products have humic in them. That's the carbon technology. They use that to energy, so your body can use those elements, right? So fulvic and humic is a binder, and like that is so popular nowadays. You can find that almost everywhere. I don't like in my TikTok have a bunch of stuff. Like I say, I haven't tried that. I haven't tried those products because I have professional grade products. So don't buy shit off TikTok. Like I just don't. Like again, I'm a product snob. I like my medical grade. Third party tested. I like my stuff. A couple of things I want to quick talk about. So I'm really kind of expecting now to get off. Quick, this one, quick, that one, and quick, that one. Okay. So if I lose you guys, find me over at Facebook. But I'm just about wrapped up with this anyway. Those things. When I started this walk, I have kind of a cool story about the dog dewormer, right? I landed on that because of a neighbor who asked for help as a nurse. He had the big C and was needing hospice help, and they weren't done fighting. They wanted to keep fighting. So we started researching, we started studying, and a friend of mine told me about Joe Tippins and his big C protocol. So way back then, that's been some years, maybe 3 years. I just started every phone taking 3 doses prophylactically. So that was before I knew any of this. Well, it's been longer ago than that because yeah, it had to have been longer. I knew some ballistic stuff. I had to my functional through my functional program. Yeah, but I didn't know about parasites. My functional program, they did shit about parasites. So yeah, that was after that. It was definitely after that. Um, and my neighbor, he did make it. He was too far gone. It was too progressed, and there was kind of almost he's so wasted away wasting. He hadn't been on bed. He'd been bedridden for a long time, but he did use some of the products for a while, and his CA did come down for a while. But it didn't last. Didn't make it. But that was absolutely, how we have these triggers in life. We have these things that get us onto a different path, and how Yahweh or God puts people in your life along your path who you walk with for a phase or for a season. And when they asked me for my help, I had no idea what that looked like, and I just said, sure, sign me up. How can I help you? I'm prepared to help you. And even where they were at, things looked really bleak. But even as a nurse, as a friend, it wasn't my job to decide what the picture looked like. It was just my job to walk with them in faith where their faith was. It was my job to match their prayers, not my will, not my intention, just to be there to support them. And they still wanted to fight, still wanted to. So we went to researching, and it was amazing. It was pivotal for me. I think it was pivotal for health. I think I had some bad going on in my. Well, I know that I did because for years, my adult life, you maybe longer, had so much IBS, and like I said, my gallbladder was on its last leg, and oh, just the crazy weird pains that I would get. I never did any doctoring for it. I'm just super maybe dumb or stubborn or whatever. I felt a lot better because I had learned about food allergies and a lot of that testing and did a lot of gut work, but I still had crazy guts. So I do think that was pivotal for my own health. I think something was averted when I started using that dog warmer, and then I've never done it like every day. I've always just done 3 days around full moon. And my blood markers, they've always been fine. That's something that people need to know. Like people like me who can draw blood and you can test these markers. They're when you play out of pocket, they're super cheap. Like it's easy to do. So my markers have always been fine, but that didn't mean that my body was fine. My body was definitely not fine. So, like I said, I started doing just that. I didn't know about binders. I didn't know about any of that. And then I had been doing that for about 6 months when I first heard about this company, about Cellcore. And how I heard about it was on like some of my practitioners in face when anybody talking about detoxification or this or that, everybody's Cellcore. They're a pretty young company, so that there's success that clients get that I got. It spread like wildfire, like wildfire, because it works. That product works, non-prescription, but you had to go through a functional practitioner in order to get it. So they have recently changed that. So a person can buy off website right now, and I don't like that. I think that was kind of a shitty move. I I would appreciate if you would use my practitioner code, especially if you might want my help. So right now my time gets stretched pretty thin. So at that point in my practice where you didn't buy the product from me, don't ask me for my help. Like I know that sounds a little, whatever, but that's what it is. I can only help so many people in a day, and I'm at the point now where like you're starting to turn a business and things are different. So if you want my help, you're going to have to be in my group programs. You're at least going to have to be buying product from me, right? Like that's what it is. There's only so much effort in a day that a person can pour out. That's just how it is. Anyhow, these products work. If you're in the Created to Heal community, I have been taken under my wing one of our friends in that community who was struggling for years and years with her health. And Michelle, a lot of you guys know it. I have my permission to talk and to share her story. We've done a lot of lives together, and she is like in my business. I believe in helping people in charity work. I can't do that for everybody, but I chose her to get this figured out, right? And she knows so much, doing things the natural way and looking at this by herself. But when I started to help her, we did a lot of energy work. We had to work a lot on drainage, and we had to get things going. But she had not been able to have a bowel movement without doing a coffee enema for, I think it was around 5 years. She had mold exposure. She has the bad gene mutation. She doesn't detox. She had Lyme disease. I mean, the poor girl, everything shitty you could possibly been exposed to. She had been exposed to, but the root of the root is the liver, is those methylation pathways not working. So these toxins never getting out of the body. And we're still working together. It's been, I don't know, probably getting close to 8 months that we've been working together. Using a lot of Cellcore products. We had to lay a lot of foundation. We had to get her body feeling protected, even emotionally, her environment. But we had to get her ATP cell cycle so it could generate some energy, right? And such poor digestion, like just layers and layers and layers of issues. But like right now, I'm waiting for some test results back because she's confusing the hell out of me. Like when I do energetic testing, things don't match up with symptoms, and we finally got her poop on her own, and actual poop. Like for 5 years, there was not real poop, and like that was very puzzling for me. That was very very puzzling. And working with her has really it's changed me as a practitioner, as well as really solidified my faith in in what I'm doing. A combination of how I work with the products, with energy sting, and all of that. So it's difficult. It's really difficult. I can't wait for these functional tests to come back. She had in the past, seen functional practitioners, done testing here and there, so she knew a lot. She knew she did not want allopathic medication. The allopathic world is not helping her, but the main problem is the expense of it all, right? Like when you're sick, you can't work, and then you go see somebody for help, but then you can't afford the supplements that they're recommending. So it's such it's a shitty crap, and I wish they could fix that. Maybe as the politics are changing, maybe people are becoming more, they care more about root cause, like it's becoming more mainstream. So I really hope we'll see some kind of, I don't know, whether it's self-insurance or insurance reimbursement or something. I don't know, but I do, my heart hurts for people in that situation. So anyway, right now, what really, like, if you follow her on social media, on TikTok, or we have a Facebook group, it's that Ropeworm Protocol group, and she always posts some pictures there. But it was even early on, it was the Para one, that Momovica. There are different products out there, Mosa Pudica, but this stuff is amazing. It, like, when it dehydrates, it looks like a jellyfish. So it reminds me of silly putties. Not only does it help get that rope out, but it cleans out debris that it is kind of stuck because it's sticky. So like if you have undigested nut or that gum you ate for a 5-year-old, they told was going to stay in your stomach forever, right? Whatever is in there, if you have diverticulitis of any sort, this stuff really gets that yuck out, and stuff shouldn't stuck in there. Like if it's getting stuck, you're full of inflammation. Like you've got to address what you're eating. If you're inflammation and stuff getting stuck in there. But this Saputa is fabulous. And for her, for Michelle, like the pictures in that face group, the Ropeworm Protocol, you check out, like these creatures, ginormous creatures. Like I was that person. I had ropeworm that I lived out of the toilet was this long. I did just one big nasty ropeworm. But like as we've gotten her up out, and like the the liver flukes, like the size of your thumb, like the creatures that have come out of her. It's just wild. It's just wild. But all of that had to come out before her organs were going to ever get back to functioning. So we had to do that. We had to do a lot of nutritional foundational work on top of it. Like all of these things had to work together. So like all of to say, more than likely you a practitioner, you need somebody to help guide you through this stuff. It's a big deal. It's a deal, and it's for life. Like a lot of times working with people, if they're gonna DIY, they're gonna do like the foundation, the 120 kit. I get to the point where like I don't sell that to them. They're not gonna commit to at least 120 days. And during that 180 days, you need to change diet. You don't want to feed what you're trying to kill. And parasites like alcohol, they love sugar, they love processed food. And so in the meantime, we have to figure out our terrain. We have to heal that environment. And a lot of times, if you are changing diet, if you're healing your terrain, they will naturally back weight. Like you don't even have to try that hard. And they'll start to leave because it's not a good place to live anymore. So like it all goes hand in hand, and we have to think of it as a big picture. There's so many testimonies with the emotional component. Like even you're in a bad relationship, and but yet you get released from that relationship, right? People will pass parasites when those parasitic people leave their life. Parasites are a physical manifestation of the demonic realm, and if you have gone there with your mind, it's time. It's time. And again, myself, I am speaking absolutely from a place of experience. Like I have walked through all of this stuff. I didn't know how spiritually repressed I was until those things started leaving my body. I could literally feel the realm of death leaving my body. Like it was a big deal. It was a really big deal. So a lot of people I think who are plagued by depression and anxiety, and they kind of have a cloak. You know, I think depression or suicidal spirit is it's a cloak. You know, you feel like this heavy coat is on you. You just can't quite peel off. Like some days it's a closet, but then all of a sudden it's stuck on. And they're where I worked. I kind of wrapped up. If you're still with me, awesome. I worked for years in corrections. I was a jail, and you know, knowing now what I know about parasites, like oh goodness, like do we have a mental health problem or do we have a parasite problem, right? Or we think about um we throw terms around like lunatic. Somebody's a lunatic. Oh, break that down. What does that mean? Lunar cycle, right? And all talking about the full moon now, right? Your melatonin, your melatonin goes down, your serotonin goes up. And those parasites love to party. They love your that serotonin. They love. And then like people just want to stay up. Like it's part of that lunar cycle. So lunatic, that word came about for a reason, right? And that activity, full moon, you not sleep very good for a few days around the full moon. I particularly think we don't talk about it very much, but I think the new moon is the same. I think there is just as much of that activity that goes on the new moon, but people aren't really talking about that. But if we who know these things start paying attention to our rhythms, and women especially. You're either ovulating or you're menstruating on the new and full moons, more than likely, if working right. It once you detoxify, you should be going that tide, right? Your cycle is a lunar cycle, just like the tide. And then I can say too, all the brilliant minds with their scientific discoveries, birth control, right? Everybody wants to control things. We want things more convenient. What if they could stop the moon from cycling, right? Whole world fall apart. The tides, everything would fall apart if some brilliant scientist, and not jacking with the moon. We all know they are, right? We all know that things are being messed with. If those stopped out of convenience, just because it was convenient, like women stopping their cycles, the tide would be screwed up, the growing seasons would be screwed up, everything would be screwed up. So if you're a woman and you stopped your detox cycle, your lunar cycle, your body is eventually going to be screwed up. More so than you realize. It might be subtle at first, but it's a big deal. It is a big deal. I know, right? We don't want to be inconvenienced with pregnancy and these things, but figure it out. You can figure it out. You know when your cycles are, you know how to not get pregnant. Like, right? Like, we can take responsibility for that. Nobody wants to hear it. Absolutely. Nobody wants to hear it. But do what you're going to do, but don't be surprised when the disease comes later, when the problems come later. Just don't be surprised. And don't blame your grandma's genes or, your bloodline or whatever. That was you. You could have done something different. We have to take responsibility for these things. Quit blaming our genetics. We all know that the things load the gun, lifestyle pulls. We have control. We can take all of these things. Oh my goodness. I better close this up. Still a few people on TikTok. Appreciate you guys being here. I haven't done TikTok live for so long. Still a few people on Facebook. Awesome. Instagram. Sorry guys, I can't tell what's going on over there. I can't tell if anybody on. It looks like people have come in and off. It looks like my screen is frozen. Like I totally can't tell. But if you caught me on Instagram, I know it's annoying because it's just this box. You don't have the full screen. So if you want to see the rest of the video, if you're at all interested, it will live on YouTube. The video will live on YouTube. If you're here on TikTok, like, follow. I got a ton of videos on YouTube. I'm super unpopular. Like barely anybody follows me on YouTube. So I could really use some more followers. If you go over there and if you subscribe, then you'll get notified when I go live. If you would like put out a email before I went live, an hour before I went live. So if you want to get on my email list, just go to my website and complete any of the pop-ups and you will be on my email list. And I try to email out before I go live. I go live every Wednesday over the noon hour. I just call it open office hours. So that's my place where I can support people. And so in my store, I now have help. When I started this, like everything just keeps growing and it's amazing. I love it. But there too, that's where I have to really get firm with people. If you want to work with me, it's like college level. I'm not gonna chase your ass around and babysit you. Like you're gonna have to get audios. You're gonna have to get in the edge and vaults. You've got to be proactive. I cannot get you health. You're gonna do all the work, and I'm gonna all the credit. Just like all people who have started with someone and quit, it is not my fault. I never take responsibility for your failures or your inability to follow through. I'm never gonna get it for your healing, because you will have to do the work. And like on my website, or like, they're always like, you gotta post testimonies and all these reviews and everything, and I love that. I love it when somebody will give me a review, but the truth is none of this is about me. I'm your guide on this journey, but you have to do the work, right? So you should all the credit. I don't review me, review you, right? You have to do the work. So my office hours, every Wednesday around the noon hour, I go live where people can ask me questions, or I have a topic of the month, and I miss in the store. It used to be just me, and now I've got help. I've got great help, but I'm always in the office one, either doing a video conference, or sitting with somebody in front of me. So I've got a couple of gals that are out in the store. Like when people just come in with their conversation and their random questions, I really miss that. I really miss that. I love the conversations. So when you guys get on live and you answer some questions, I love it. I love it so much. And I will this video probably I'll edit it out. It'll be part of. I'm going to be launching a podcast, or like a video cast. So I am guess I want people. It would be great if some people who have with me, even if it was way long ago, and are want to be brave. And you don't have to be on camera. I can take your camera off. It can be just your voice. But I would love to have some of these conversations in podcast. I am open to interviewing anybody, and like, no matter where you're at in space, we're all coworkers. So I've done a couple of interviews with health coaches like myself. Like, there's enough sick people to go around. We are not competition by any means. So people with small businesses that can use some momentum. Like, I myself am super small creator. I don't have a big following, but get out there and start doing it like I have millions. Even only 6 people show up, or 1 person shows up, I have to do the work. I have to be consistent and do the work. So those are things that I'm working on. I'm launching group programs. So a great opening to working with me is that Know Your Code test. It's on my website under challenges. You're going to do a genetic test. And while you're waiting for the genetic test, I'm going to drop you some emails, and I'm going to nurture you. And you're going to start making some diet changes and some behavior changes. And in that, it takes like 6 to 8 weeks. So in that time, as I'm nurturing you, you kind of know if you're ready for all this, if you are ready to take responsibility for your health or not. And if you're not ready, no big deal. Neither one of us wasted any more time or any more energy. When you're ready, you will circle back. You'll find me. So these little challenges that I have are absolutely a pre-game interview. And I say, as a practitioner, I am out people who are not ready to follow through. And then that's it. I'm going to be here when you come back. I always say I'm lifelong progress, right? Like I'm hypocritical health coach. I'm not. I have not arrived. I am not doing everything right every day, but I get every day and recommit to my health. No matter what that looks like, it's only me in the end that can either take the blame for my disease, credit for my healing. Same with you. It's I'm never going to take credit for your healing, and I'm not going to take the blame when you quit, right? And we got to get so we're not in this quit and start and quit and start and quit start cycle. We're constantly sore, and that is me preaching to the choir. That's me with exercise. All the things that I try to do, I can find time to exercise. I have the energy to exercise. I still really want to. For whatever reason, it's that self-sabotage is still in me, right? So I signed up for a local gals exercise class for 30 days, and a couple classes are 5 o'clock in the morning. That is not cool. And I live 8 miles out of town. So driving, but I'm gonna do it. I do have a shower at work, so I'm already in town. I'm gonna do it. I have to find the discipline to do this. And I love that it's spring. I mean, spring it just makes everything better. It makes everybody's attitude better, especially in Montana where I live. Everybody's worried about it being too dry, but there's so all of that to say, I really look forward to working with you when and if you're ready. So start one of my challenges. Beginning of the year, I launched a whole It was a 30-day free challenge that all you do was breath work, and as the time went by, so start a movement and just commit to the 30 days. The percentage of people, a ton of people signed up. That was amazing. A ton of people still signed. The percentage of people that even through the onboarding process was like big, right? So, but then sometimes if you don't make people pay for stuff, don't do stuff. So I'm just trying to figure it out, right? I'm starting to launch some group programs where we'll do small group coaching, where we're going to really form communities. So we're going to help each other hold the line in this healing stuff. We're going to be sharing our wins. We're going to be talk about our challenges, and sometimes group programs are the most nurturing, best love places ever. So that is in the works, right? In the works. I'm developing it. I think it's going to work better probably than one-to-one coaching. It worked better for me because my time will be more efficient, right? I can work with multiple people at the same time, and then eventually people who have been through it, and you're helping each other. So in those groups, we'll have people who are 4 months in and people who are 1 month in, and everybody will be helping support each other. It'll be a place that we look forward to coming to. I don't think I'm going to do that Facebook group where everybody gets lost in the comments. We're going to meet in person, right? Well, not in person, but in Zoom, and we're go through this together. So it's in the works. It's something it sounds like you're interested in. Best place to start is that know your, because as in group packages there will be testing included. So you're a little ahead of the game. You will get credit for that first test. You'll get a credit towards your program. So they'll be that, and the program is going to be completely virtual. So even if you're local, you're gonna tune in online. We're gonna do that all in online space. Those groups are probably gonna be on Sunday evenings primarily. We might some early morning ones if that seems like it is a win for the group in general. So that's in the works. So know your code test and start. See if you're ready to really commit, to really invest in taking control of health, in in modifying your behavior, right? And when you take control of your health, you have to take responsibility for what you're doing wrong. Like, that's hard part. When I realized that the root cause, the true root cause of my sickness and disease was me was me. It's not my genes. It's not what I inherited from my grandparents. It was me. It was what I was putting in my mouth. It was my beliefs, my stinking thinking, and all those things. So I'm all about I'm all about tough love, but I give hugs too and celebrate wins. And I sound really tough, but when somebody's like, when I'm asking people not to eat the 7 inflammatory foods, and they're like, yeah, yeah, but you like, it's hard. It's hard. Being in my shoes is hard as well. All right, so that's it. I really getting off of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. All of the love goes out to you. And we will see you next time. I go live will be Wednesday at open hours. Follow on social media. TikTok, it's been great. I'll try to get back to you guys. I will try back to you guys. All right, all you ambitious professionals that are ready to take back control of your health, here is your call to action. Number 1, follow on social media. We would truly appreciate your likes and your shares. Next, go to awakenwellnessllc.com and get your discovery call scheduled. If you're on the website and you drop under information, you can see our package and service options. If you're local, stop in the store and say, hey. If you'll be working with us online, get that discovery call booked. Let's talk soon.